Bienvenidos a NBA 2K21, en este que es el segundo video y ya a punto de arrancar el primer partido de Stephen Sidirko en el modo mi carrera. Así que vamos de uno al primer partido y al debut de este NBA 2K21. Bueno, viene la presentación oficial. El primer partido para Stephen Sidirko. Obviamente vamos a jugar seguramente muy poco esta noche. No somos titular, así que empezaremos. Elfrid Payton, Austin Rivers, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle y Mitchell Robinson son los 5 titulares de este New York Knicks. Así que vamos a ver cómo nos podemos ganar los minutos y la titularidad lo más rápido posible.
Tuning in this Sunday evening. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a DC kid to be a little parochial right now, while there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. And now the New York Knicks starters. It's Randle and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Elfrid Payton is out there with Rivers, and it's Barrett at the small forward. And for the Spurs, we've got Murray. Johnson is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Derek White, and it's Aldridge in at the center. Greg, in 1991, you were drafted 12th overall. Talk about early expectations as a first-round pick. Your son going through it right now.
Yeah, I know.
Bueno, de arranque vamos a adelantar hasta ver en qué momento ingresamos. Vamos a ver cómo es nuestro debut. Ahí estamos, primer cuarto, 3:20 para el final. Vamos a ver. Probando, obviamente estarán viendo ahí junto al dominio de Stephen Sidirko que hay una propaganda de Sportnet Live y el marcador no es el de NBA 2K. Obviamente estoy probando los marcadores, algo que ya a esta altura vengo reclamándolo hace rato. Creo que como yo, muchos usuarios, de que ya tendría que tener varios marcadores, no el original de ellos de 2K. Ya tendría que tener, así como firman un contrato con tantos equipos y con tantas marcas, tendrían que tener ya para que uno pueda elegir el marcador de TNT, de ESPN, de Fox, el alternativo de 2K, porque no,
To the middle. Here's Randall. Beautiful dish and the layup
Bien,
goes
ahí.
down.
Asistencia.
Randall's got 8 points.
Pero bueno, 27-17 gana Nueva York. Vamos a tratar de, en el arranque, como quiero tratar de ganar minutos rápidamente, vamos a tratar de asistir, de hacer las cosas bien en defensa. Dicho sea de paso, acá la hice bien. Y de los tiros que tome, la mayoría de tratar de sean de alto porcentaje. Tirar bien abierto, o si no, tirar bien en penetración lo más solo posible. ¡Oh! Y el alley-oop. Tremendo para Mitchell Robinson.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Craig? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. Pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Goes up with the stripe. That one wide left.
The defense
A correr, a correr. Esta es la mía que no hay nadie. Esta es la mía que no hay nadie. Los primeros dos para Sedirko. 31-19 ante San Antonio. Un buen arranque para Nueva York.
Nobody was quite sure where he would land in the draft. This team's convinced that he can be a factor in the NBA.
A ver si todavía Nueva York me sorprende con el juego. Porque realmente estoy esperando que arranque por lo menos a perder por lo menos 6 de los primeros 10.
He does, G.A. Rudy Gay isn't the same scorer that he once was. But what I love about it, he's actually playing the power forward position more later in his career. He can still fill up the box score and also add a lot of rebounding. His passing has been underrated for a few seasons as well. A really solid shooter once he gets to the line, and Rudy Gay has gotten to the line a lot in his career.
The Knicks making a switch here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Toppin comes in for Julius Randle. Cobby's checked in for Barrett. And Alec Burks subbed in for Austin Rivers. And Gibson kicks
El
to
problema va a ser el control del balón hasta aquí. ¡Ay, Dios!
Junior's got his second basket.
Como la corajé ahí, entró eso de casualidad. Decía el control del balón hasta que pueda levantar. Va a ser una de las primeras cosas que me voy a dedicar a levantar. Va a estar complicado. Se termina el primer cuarto, 33-21 arriba los Knicks. 4 puntos, un rebote y 2 asistencias. La contribución de Sedirko. Y esto se va nomás. Así es, se fue el primer cuarto en el debut de Spurs Vs con los New York Knicks en este NBA 2K21.
Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. I feel like you can learn more from a loss than you can from a win.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
Bueno, arranca Sedirko
con la segunda escuadra, así que nada mal. Qué lento que estamos. Ay.
Particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Alec Burks is out there with Junior. Then there's Toppin. Then there's Cobb. And it's Gibson in at the 5 down low. Junior
Toda tuya, Toppin.
And he gets the bucket.
Toppin.
Got the opening basket here in the
Me
second
gusta
quarter
ese
for
jugador,
New York.
Lo he visto jugar en la realidad, realmente tiene muy buenos atributos. Muy rápido, muy agarrido, mucha fuerza.
And here's Mills. The Spurs need to get a shot off. And he's able to
Justo a
get it
tiempo.
back. Once again off the mark by San
Qué buen
Antonio.
tapón.
Zadirko
Mira.
outside.
Y era clavadísimo conmigo a meter una tapa, pero que todavía no tengo destreza para volcar. Uy.
Shots good by Mills.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Zadirko outside.
¡Oh, Dios! Me están llenando a tapones. Tremendo. Y sí, a la banca nomás Circo. También le metí uno, me metieron tres. Vamos a adelantar. 48-33, 1:47 para el final del segundo cuarto. Bueno, bastante bien.
Now here's Zadirko.
Encontrar el hueco. ¡Oh, triple! ¡El bombazo! Siendo sincero, con una poca fe lo tiré. Pero bueno, quería sumar de 3. Lo único que tiene bueno es que, a pesar de lo poco que todavía tengo en atributo, al menos el tiro lo conozco bien. Estoy utilizando el mismo que utilizaba con Draco. Y si bien obviamente no es lo mismo tener 90 en triple, 60, pero la falta personal.
And there's the call. San Antonio the foul. The Knicks have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Free throw good, Junior.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Spurs trail by 20. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. The question is, can they move
Ahora sí, si entro solito, no hay problema para volcar. 11 puntos.
Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last strip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Inside, Robinson, and Robinson throws it down hard.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
Last game for the Spurs, they pick up the W against the Kings. And DeRozan, here we go. Robinson with the block.
Definitely got to use the clock here and
Lali.
get the last shot.
No, fue Alió, pero buen pase para que sume 2 más y Dirko fácil.
Give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
And you see the
Buen partido de debut para Circo.
Great at recognition out on the floor.
Se terminó nomás. Bastante dirigido. 59-35. Creo que no va a ser problema para que Nueva York gane este partido.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting out the run fast and getting out the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, R.J. Barrett has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second
no se la pedí
half.
porque
On the court right now,
puede ser una lotería tirar el triple ahí
we've got
solo.
DeRozan.
En este momento una
Jerry is out
lotería.
there with Murray. And there's Lamarcus
61-35, una paliza de Nueva York a San Antonio en el debut.
And DeRozan. Here we go. And the shot goes in. DeRozan's got 9 points. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Uy,
Kevin, no idea. I
ahora
didn't
sí.
have any clue. And quite honestly,
Vamos a aprovechar esos mano a mano o espacios para anotar con efectividad. 15 puntos, 4 asistencias y 3 rebotes. Partido para ser el primero, te diría espectacular para mí. Además con un excelente porcentaje.
Doc Rivers and I were doing a game.
Ay, ay, ay,
You
ay.
came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Junior dishes to Robinson. Junior the pass to Rivers. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Barrett. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has...
Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one. When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
It's Barrett on the wing. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And DeRozan, here we go.
In one area, I don't think DeRozan gets enough credit, shot creation. If this guy wants to get a decent look, he is more often than not going to get it.
Greg, the reason why he has a great
Bueno, a la banca Circo. Vamos a ver si podemos llegar a volver. Sí, volvimos.
20
21
seconds
segundos para
left in the
finalizar
third.
el tercer cuarto. Bueno, 21 segundos.
Here's
Sería
Zadirko.
muy pronto. Uy, me dejó pasar. Me dejó pasar.
Never a bad
El con
idea
permiso,
to run the
17
old
puntos en el
pick
partido de debut.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that,
Realmente
we'll
me parece que
probably
me
see more
ayudaron
of them.
mucho.
Especially if
Ah,
the defense is going to
rebote.
allow
Estaba
you to
solito.
do it. Have to switch on that play.
And so it's the New
89
York
a
Knicks
61, una
in complete
paliza que
command.
se sigue dando.
Their lead at 28 points
Buen
going into the
partido,
break.
Nueva York,
Their
buen
defense
debut.
has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on his heels.
And we reach the fourth
Bueno,
quarter
sigo sumando
and
minutos.
may be
Eso es
already
bueno.
out of hand. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Robinson.
Allá,
Robin is
allá,
out there
allá,
with
allá.
Junior. Then it's
Vienen a
Barrett.
presionar.
And last season we
Se me
saw the
complicó ahí.
NBA All-Star Game introduced the Elam ending, a target score, Greg, to end the game, and instead of running out the clock. Did you like that, and would you widen its use?
No question it's being looked at maybe for overtimes or tournament games. You know, Adam not shy about exploring new ideas. And I got to be honest, going into the All-Star game, I wasn't a fan of the proposed changes.
Me too.
But once you saw it all play out, I have to say I was entertained. And I applaud the commissioner and the players in the league for buying in. And I think the fan experience was made all the more better.
Good point. Pass to Vassell. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Vassell's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for San Antonio. Zadirko with it. Down low. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting 43% from the field. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the shot is good.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Here's Toppin. Plays it up and banks it in.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Murray surveying the D. Poked away.
Uy, qué bien, el corre. Uy, solito. Siderco. Sumando porque estoy solo. Qué buen partido de Book. Por razón me dio tantos minutos. Tremendo, 19 puntos y 8 asistencias, con 4 rebotes.
Vassell from down in the low post. It goes. Vassell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
Here's Toppin. And Toppin.
Terrible la volcadero de hoy. Toppin. 9 asistencias para Siderco.
The Spurs have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Murray dishes to Aldridge, and there's the pass to Vassell. Back to Aldridge. From 17 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Love the play call, getting Aldridge something within the flow of the offense.
In the corner, Barrett with it. He feeds it to Toppin. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
San Antonio making a switch here. Walker's checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Noel's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Barrett. Pass to Aldridge. Shoots a fader. It's rebounded by New York.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
And slam dunk by Noel.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Pass to Simonic. Aldridge with it. Spurs passing it around. Here's Bates Diop. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
And that one's good. Noel.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Now Walker. Pass to Wiles. Puts up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Ey! Doble y la falta. 21 puntos, 11 asistencias para Siderco y se va a ganar otro tiro libre.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Partidazo de Siderco.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Simonic. He's covered by Noel. Outside, Walker. There's the triple. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And New York the other way now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the inside. And Toppin throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Walker looking for an opening. Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Clock at 6. The pass to Vassell. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New York.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Junior.
Just an
hijo de su madre, me cortó la alley-oop.
Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Walker with a clean look, makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Esto se va a terminar. 47 segundos para el final. 181, una paliza tremenda se comieron San Antonio de Nueva York.
It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
To the paint.
Ay, ay, ay.
In the corner, it's Toppin. And they
Toppin. 14 asistencias. Es más mérito, te digo, de ellos que notaron que mío que lo pasé.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
Se terminó el partido circo. Ahí se va a descansar. Vamos a ver, pero ya está señores, final, victoria del equipo de los Knicks, 114-81, partido de debut, arranca con el pie derecho Nueva York y Circo.
Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.
Bueno, siempre Nike, siempre Jordan. Así que esta vez vamos a New Balance, que es una nueva. Estaba New Balance. No. Ahí está. Lo vamos a quedar con New Balance. Bien, y esto ha sido todo en este primer partido de NBA 2K21. Nosotros nos volveremos a encontrar en el próximo video con más NBA, con más Stephen Circo, con más Nueva York y este nuevo campeonato. Vamos, gracias por acompañar como siempre. Hasta luego, nos vemos en la próxima. Chau, chau.